Welcome, Gemini, to the channel. My name is Robin, and this is AriesFireTarot. Thanks for joining me today. You guys, I really appreciate you sharing your time with me. I know it's a big investment to sit and watch a tarot card reading, especially with so many options, so I do appreciate you being here. I'm getting ready to do July finance reading. It's going to be a general reading, guys, so hopefully resonates with each and every one of you. However, if it doesn't, just take what works for you and leave the rest for another viewer. So I've been shuffling the Gilded Tarot deck here for you, and I'm going to use that as well as the Starman Tarot card deck, which I have here also. So I like doing combination readings. I feel like I get way more information from Spirit when I use two different decks. So I started doing it a little while ago, and I'm just like, wow, this is really like taking my readings up to the next level. So I'm just going to keep doing that. So I'm not quite finished shuffling the Gilded Tarot. So while I'm doing that, if you guys are not currently a subscriber, if you could do that, please subscribe to the channel, and you could like and share the video. Feel free to comment as we go through. And just to let you know that I do take donations, like all these readings that I do online are for free. So if you wanted to donate to the channel to help me keep going, that's really appreciated. So, okay, I feel like I'm gonna start pulling cards here. And the first card I have for you guys is the Five of Pentacles. So this could be your current state right now. Five of Pentacles. You know, in a finance reading, you kind of want to see Pentacles. So this is the one sort of, well, there's a couple. But anyway, it's like you could be in a place right now where you're needing to pinch pennies, just sort of watch the bottom line, you know, not splurge. But then we have the Ace of Cups here, which talks about a new beginning coming in. You know, the cups, they talk about your emotions and how you feel. And the Ace is something new coming in from the universe. So this is a pretty nice combination so far. So your current reality could be that you're not going out to a 5-star restaurant every night. You're not taking like cruises around the world. But, you know, you could be getting by. But it looks like there's a new opportunity coming in for you with the Ace of Cups. And what I really like about the Ace of Cups is that it shows the lunar cycle here. So this could be within the next, I want to say 28 days or so, which is nice. I'm being asked to shuffle the deck, so I'm shuffling the deck, you guys. Like the Spirit, they want me to shuffle the cards so the right ones come up for you, you know. And I have to listen. Okay, so we've got Two of Pentacles. I'm getting an impression here that some of you are working multiple jobs, and if you're not working multiple jobs, you might want to consider it just for this point in your life to help bring you back up to a level where you need to be. I think some of you could have possibly incurred a little bit of additional debt, you know, with a surprise bill. You know, you could have had to maybe go to the dentist, or something happened with the car, or you know what, sometimes your kids need something, you know, things just happen. But then we've got the Wheel of Fortune here, guys. So this is really an incredible lineup that you have here. You have on one side, you know, a bit of a caution, but then on the other side, you guys have things are changing. So these are really amazing cards. I'm just going to go on a pause and change the camera so you guys can see them, and then we'll bring in the Starman Tarot and really see what your financial tarot forecast is. So one moment. Okay, we're back. So here are your cards as I pulled them before. So I'm really just seeing your current reality here and what can evolve for you, because the Wheel of Fortune, it just turns, you know, and it keeps moving you into the next phase of your life. And things change whether we want them to or not, but it looks like you're going to want this change because things could be a little bit tight for you right now. You know, things can just come out of nowhere. you know, my tire went flat. I think I drove over a nail or something. So that was just like an extra, I don't know, 80 bucks out of nowhere. It's like, oh, I didn't really need that because it was close to Christmas, you know, and that's something else that people spend a lot of money on is those occasions. So, you know, things can just come in the mail and that's what I think has happened in the recent past here for you guys. It's like you're really trying to juggle the finances with the Two of Pentacles. Some of you might have to get, I don't know, a second job. I know this isn't about me, but just saying, you know, there was a time in my life where I worked 3 jobs because I had 2 young kids and, you know, I didn't have really any financial support from their fathers, so I wasn't at home very much, but I mean, I had to put food on the table, you know what I'm saying? And then eventually I was able to balance it off, but it took a while and I was friggin' exhausted. So let's see what's going on with the 5 of Pentacles. Got the 8 of Swords. So I think some of you could be, like when we see the 8 of Swords, it's like, you know, you can see that this character in the card, she's in a sarcophagus, and that's probably a limiting space. So this card is when we actually feel like the way we do because we're thinking it into existence. So you could possibly have more options than you think you do. You know, you might want to, and I know money's a touchy subject, you guys, but this is your tarot card reading. I'm going to give you what I'm seeing here. You might want to look at your budget and see, can things be cut? Like, are you spending a little bit too much money? You know, there's this show in Canada, at least, where this woman goes in and she talks to people about their budgets because they can't ever seem to get ahead. And then when they actually write things down on paper or do an Excel spreadsheet, they're like, oh, I had no idea I was spending so much money on takeout. You know, and one of the biggest expenses I think that people don't realize adds up so much is like designer coffees, you know. I think that's such a luxury. And sometimes by just cutting stuff like that out for even a month can allow you to bring down a credit card balance or, you know, pay for the tire that just got popped. You know what I'm saying? So just seeing a bit of a need to maybe take a more realistic look at the budget that you have and balance it. I find that if you guys are on computers and you have Excel, I find that is really helpful. That's actually how I do my budget. And then when things change, I update the numbers and then I have like my leftover balance and that fluctuates. So I think it's a really handy tool. And if you don't know how to balance a budget, because I think that's one thing that our schools don't really teach people, is how to manage money. It's really, really eye-opening to go and look at how to be mindful of the amount of money that you're bringing in as opposed to the amount of money that you're spending. So, you know, and you might, like I said, have to just tighten it up for maybe like a month or 2 until you feel a little bit better, because right now I'm seeing you're feeling a little bit strained, but there's also something you could do about it because we have the 8 of Swords. So I hope that makes sense, you guys. And then with the two of Pentacles, yeah, I mean, he's got a lot going on here, but he's still feeling a little bit calm about it. So I don't think you're really saying to people, I need financial help. I really think that you're just sort of, you know, you're determined to take care of this situation on your own because you're still looking very calm on the outside. I think some of you right now are possibly considering getting a part-time job, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what you need to do in the short time, then that's what you need to do. And there's some jobs where you can get tips, which is always very nice. I was a server for a long time and I would go into my job, you know, with nothing, and I would leave with money. So it was great. So you have the Princess of Wands here, and I wanted to put this on the Ace of Cups. So you do have, like, and this is something coming in that's going to make you, like, ecstatic. And it is related to financial news here with the Princess of Wands. Work-related, some good news coming in, something coming in that is going to make you extremely happy. So if you're here right now, I don't see it lasting very long. You know, the universe could be helping you out. You could be coming in with a little bit of a surprise money. Like, whereas here, you could have had a surprise expense. On the other hand, things could be changing because you've got the Wheel of Fortune, something coming in here with the Ace of Cups, and then a message about finance here. Very, very interesting. Nine of Swords, guys. I think you're outwardly very, very calm, but you are worried on the inside. But again, this is either your current situation or your past, and you're evolving. Wheel of Fortune. Nine of Swords is not a fun energy. You know, I think, again, you're very calm on the outside, but on the inside, I think some of you feel like disaster is at hand, but you're managing outwardly. But look at this, you got the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords. So this is something you definitely want to nip in the bud here, you know, because Eight of Swords and Nine of Swords energy is very, very challenging for you, and that amount of stress can actually wind up with you know, it can affect your body too. So that's what I'm saying. You know, if you're that worried about money, get something part-time. You know, you could even work at a car wash. Who cares? Like, go work at 7-Eleven. I think some people they feel really proud, and I'm not saying specifically anybody watching this video, but like my son refuses to get a part-time job because he wants his time off, but then he doesn't have enough money to pay his bills. But, you know, it's just infuriating. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can make this go away in the short term, but it looks like this could even be as a result of what you're doing here. But let's see what's going on with the Wheel of Fortune. You got the Moon. Something is definitely changing for you. You got the Moon here, and I was saying 28 days, something's coming in, something is changing, and then you've got the Moon just really clarifying here. You know, you've got the news and something changing, and then with the Ace of Cups and the Moon card, it's just everything is changing for you. It's going to happen probably by the end of July. So whatever it is that you're doing here, it's going to pay off. You might have a little bit of discomfort here, but it's like sort of funneling in. It's like the hourglass for you. It's like everything is kind of like really constricted into this period here where you are, but it's going to open up again. How's that for a gesture? Like we're at a luau. So I'm really fascinated by your reading here. I hope you are too. I hope this has been a really interesting reading. I feel like I need to pull one more card here over here because I feel like you guys are feeling constricted. It's like, I can't do that move again because I feel like a fool. But, and then we have the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands is, you know, somebody's come quite a long way here. So we'll come back up here. So you definitely, you feel like it's been a long road. I mean, you definitely are feeling under the knife. And you're doing it to yourself too, to some degree, with the 8 and 9 of Swords. But this can all go away, you guys. Just remember, it's all, you have the options, right? 2 of Pentacles, and then a little bit more hard work, a little bit more fine-tuning of the budget, and then that squeeze will release. You know, you'll be able to breathe. And I do see it coming up really, really soon for you guys. Remember David Bowie? He wants you to be happy. Go sing a David Bowie song. Go sing Under the Moonlight. This serious moonlight, you guys. I love it when this card comes up because I'm going to go do some dancing right away. You guys should too. Have some fun. Look at your budget, check your numbers, see what can be cut. Get an extra job if you need to do it, and remember that you will be able to breathe easier very, very soon. So take care of yourselves. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'm going to go have a little dance party right now. So I'll see you back next time. Bye.